I heard about someone was like, oh, you know what they're adding to LGBTQ SR554 AR-15?
USSR. They're adding
What if they just
Russia.
add AR-15 at the end of it,
They're
and then
adding-
they'd be like, we will not have guns.
No, and then that's how they get the gun people on board. They're
Yeah,
like,
that's how you get the gun people on board. You gotta just give them something too.
Yeah. So give them a spot in the fucking gay spectrum.
Yeah. Like they're like, I'm not straight. I'm AR-15.
Somebody. It's not called a gay spectrum.
Yeah.
It's called the letters.
I heard a thing. People were like, they're adding super straight, and it's like, then I was like, what the hell, super straight? I feel like that's a joke, and it clearly is a joke.
I think it's a joke.
I feel like it's just the douchiest guy who's the straightest. He's like, well, yeah, but I'm not regular, so I'm super straight. Because if a trans woman came up to me, I would know.
I would run.
Trust me, I would know, and I would fucking beat the shit out of him. Dude, if a gay guy checks me out, I'm fighting him. After I get done raping that girl that didn't want to have sex with me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of a gay guy that even looks at me.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
Alpha, Beta, Beta.
That's the coolest guy ever. Dude, after I get out of my truck, after I say something to a girl, and then when she doesn't accept my fucking demeaning comments, I fucking rape her.
Yeah.
And then when later when I go to the store and a gay guy like looks at me and kind of smiles,
from
I
miles
fucking
away.
I shoot him in the face with a gun.
Yeah, my AR.
Yeah, I pull an
That's
AR.
now a part of the LGBTQ community, super straight, AR-15.
Yeah. And that's it.
And that's the show.
That's it. That's the show. We've actually, all we talk about is the rights of the LGBTQ AR-15 super straight community.
USSR.
Russians are coming.
ICE. Immigration Customs Enforcement. They're in there too now.
Yeah. No!
They're making a mockery!
Mockery.
Did you see any?
Colin Mockery.
Colin Mockery?
What was his name from the...
Colin Yost? From SNL?
No. He's from that Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, yeah. Is that his name? Colin Mockery?
I don't know. I thought it was. Maybe not.
We have a computer, but I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know how to use it.
Doesn't fucking matter. You're wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I'm wearing a hoodie and pants.
We're in two different countries right now.
We're in two different.
We're using a CGI green screen.
We're in two different habitats. No, what's the word? We're two weather biomes.
Two different weather biomes.
Yeah, I'm in the cold winter one here, in the summer tropical one.
Yeah, I went for a run and I'm still very warm.
I'm still leaking out of my pussy.
Yeah, I'm still gushing. It all pours.
It all pours out.
Anybody see Triller?
Stupid
Fight Club thing? They had Mike Tyson not long ago fight Holyfield.
Is that what that thing was called?
It's called Triller Fight Club. I think they think it's cool because they're like, yeah, dude, we're Trill. And then a bunch of kids are like, yeah.
I'm glad I didn't even invest any time in it.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like following it on the internet, and I would see like people would just post stuff, and I was like, okay. And
Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube is rapping.
Yeah.
What? I thought there was a bunch of boxing matches. Oh no, a different guy's rapping. I turned it on, some Spanish dudes rapping. I don't even know. Never.
That's all like the after thing where he won and he went back to the locker room and they're all like chanting champ, champ, and then he fell on the floor. Yeah, and he pulled his phone out. He's like, oh, what's up? The future of boxing is here, and I was like, man, dude, someone's gonna beat the shit out of that guy. Not saying you clearly. I mean, clearly you can box, but
the initial reaction of months ago, whenever it was decided. And they were like, yeah, Ben Askren's going to be the next guy to fight Jake Paul. Initially, this was my take, and I texted it to you and Tim, too, that for sure he's going to get knocked out. Ben Askren went through this one brawl with Robbie Lawler in UFC. He got rocked so many times in the fight. This doesn't mean, man, this guy's chin's amazing. He didn't lose. No, they could have called it at any point.
Now he has brain damage.
He was dead and just held on to the guy. In boxing,
he made a lot of money, so.
Yeah. But I'm just getting at the fact that there's people that are like, man, Jake Paul's got real power. People are saying this stuff, and I'm like, No, the initial react. It's so funny how shit changes, kind of like leading up to like an NFL draft. Like this player's gonna be drafted here, and then it changes as far as like people just change narratives. But like in the beginning, the narrative initially immediately is this dude just got rocked by this killer knee that like went through his head, down his spine,
Went through his brain and turned him into an idiot.
yeah, it shut his entire body off. He was in that insane brawl with Robbie Lawler. It's kind of like the Chuck Liddell thing, in a way that like he ends up getting knocked out, and now that button to turn him off is just easier. You know, when you're like a young fighter, that button's like stiff and you can't get it to go off. You can't get it. It takes a lot to take a guy out. But after you've been rocked and murdered in the ring so hard, I mean, it happened to Chuck Liddell. You just get knocked out like nothing. People get like an easy left hook and the dude just knocks out.
I just want to
So
see.
that was going to happen. But then people were like, no, Ben Askren, he was an Olympian, and they just name all these other things. I'm like, none of that has anything to do with boxing. Is only, hey, let's hit each other's faces.
Yeah, I know.
That was going to be the outcome.
I just want people to. Every time honestly, I don't care because every time I got here, like
I'm happy you got
a
mine.
like person who's had professional fights, they always like let's box, and like they always want to box like MMA fighters, and it's like, yeah, but like the MMA fighter's career wasn't based around boxing. Yeah, like they're a fighter and they're a pro fighter, but they're not a boxer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that'd be sweet if they were like, dude, I would just have someone to talk to and be like, I'll take you in MMA, and then they would just get destroyed. Imagine if Jake Paul
Mayweather
fought,
did that. Jake Paul,
yeah, if Jake Paul fought
MMA.
Askren in MMA, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he would just get wrestled to hell.
Yeah, what you've seen Khabib do to, you know,
professional fighters,
professional
Askren
MMA
would
fighters,
do that to him.
Askren would do that with no problem.
Yeah, and then like, but I'm just saying like Mayweather and McGregor. Like McGregor's not a wrestler, but if it was MMA, he would just fucking kick him in the leg, and then he'd be like, Mayweather wouldn't know what to do because you don't train your whole life. Yeah, he's a boxer, trained his whole life. Yeah. McGregor wasn't a boxer his whole life. I don't know. I just don't care about boxing. So when they're like, oh, whoa, this guy who's not a boxer is gonna fight this guy who's not like a professional boxer. He's just some celebrity, and I'm just like, who cares?
Yeah,
I just don't care.
Boxing's the most like 50-50, where it's like
the future of boxing is here.
Anybody could be knocked out.
Dude,
gotta go do
I hope that guy fights a real boxer and gets decimated.
Yeah, they had I'm pretty sure they had real boxers right before their fight, and a bunch of other concerts. Justin Bieber performed. That was pretty good. I don't mind him, so that's why I don't
mind watching him.
I'm watching him.
Hopefully his cock slips out.
His cock slips out. I'll slide up on stage.
Pause it.
Like a soccer winner, like a soccer goal scorer, slide on the stage.
I'm putting my mouth on it.
And just shrunk right up on it. Where's Bieber on the LGBT thing? Where's he at down the line? Is he like the 8th letter?
He gets his own. LGBTQR-AR15 super
JB. Yeah, that's him.
JB.
just Bieber.
Dude, you're Justin Bieber. Nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to make the point of that it's not insane and unfathomable that Ben Askren got knocked out, or not. He didn't even technically get knocked out. He just fell down. But I mean, in MMA though, someone falls down like that, they're murdered.
Yeah.
Because they're getting 2 more on the ground.
Yeah. And then, like I saw, some people were like posting like, oh, look at Ben Askren after the fight. He's all smiling.
Oh yeah, he left the ring like right away. Went with his wife. They're walking in the hall and they were showing it.
He's like, I just made a ton of money.
Yeah, he made at least $500,000. He made $500,000 before the fight happened.
Yeah.
And then whatever pay-per-view stuff comes in, I'm sure
I saw a video on this guy was like, I paid $50 for that. I want my money back. If you paid $50 for that, you're an idiot.
Is that how much it was? I don't know how much it was.
Someone said.
But what's crazy is I don't know how they paid for all of it.
What's crazy is
because Snoop Dogg did a lot. He did commentating. Maybe he was just doing it for fun or stuff. But they had him and Ice Cube and some other dudes rapping in like these crown chairs. And they're like doing the shit. And then Doja Cat.
I picture
only ever seen her name.
I don't know so many like just fighting fans. It's like,
yeah, like the 2 boxers that were. I'm pretty sure the middle fight because I think there was only 3. Was it Frank Mir fought some boxer? He was
Did
a
he
professional
lose
boxer.
or did he win?
He lost, but he it was only 6 rounds for some reason. Probably because he would have just tanked. But he didn't do as nearly as bad as some experts and stuff expected. I mean, when he was on his way out of MMA, he was having a horrible time. So I thought he was gonna get knocked out just because he was getting rocked left and right in MMA, taking a lot of punishment. The Trilla in Manila. It's a dumb thing people tweeted.
I never even tweeted it once.
I never fucking. What about Trilla and Mayasa?
What about cock, penis, and Mayasa?
What about Trilla and Macassa? You know, like your house.
What about $1 trillion in my wallet?
What about give me that trail?
When you just open your wallet, it's just this big.
$1 trillion.
Let's go around the $1 trillion would probably fill this room.
Trilla and my illegally streamer.
Nice.
Everyone. That's what some people did. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who does that. I always pay for everything.
Yeah, I would just cut to and from it, and I'm like, when is this fight gonna happen? And then I'm like, oh, 2 actual boxers are fighting. Like 2, and then I'm like, well,
2 actual fighters.
I didn't even want to watch. I wanted to watch that less.
Jake Paul's like, I'm an actual fighter. Nobody gives me respect. Wait, he's the one that saw the body, right? In the Japanese force.
Yeah, he's the one that.
Because I always
went
like
to the Japanese
him and Logan like mixed
up. And he's shorter and he's younger.
Yeah, I know Logan. Logan's just the more. He's been around longer.
Yeah. I didn't know this.
Loaded.
I didn't know this till a friend brought it up. That Jake Paul is like.
You have a small cock.
He's got a small. Yeah, I have a small cock.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something.
Chris, pull your pants down.
Did you not know this yet?
Your penis.
I've been peeing like butters, not even paying attention. I just pull my pants down, lift my shirt up, and go, loo, want some lemons or whatever the fuck he says. No, I didn't know though that Jake Paul just has an incredibly young audience. I didn't know he's got such a young audience. His stuff is geared towards.
The reason you didn't know is because you're not his audience.
Yeah, and then his stuff is geared though to like 20 people in their 20s just wanting to party, or young people who want to rebel.
I don't even know what his stuff is.
I don't know.
Like, what are their videos?
But like, so as soon as he won, he hopped out of the ring and he went with Snoop Dogg, and they're like talking about Jane.
Talking about hand jobs.
They're talking about some alcohol thing, and they're promoting that. What do you drink? Yeah, they immediately go to promoting. That's just
fucking sicko juice. Yeah, that'd be like
sicko mode juice.
Yeah. What's it? Slipknot? Or no? What's sicko mode? What song is that?
Sicko. Travis Scott, the hip hop song, the rap song.
Oh, okay. What am I thinking of?
Sick. Just SIC. Slipknot, which is funny. Which is a better song. Or it's up there, you know? I like it. You know?
Slipknot's pretty sweet. We got 75 people in the bands, and we all wear masks because we're.
I thought that was sick. I was a little kid. I'm looking at the front cover. I'm like,
we're all hiding from the law because we're rapists. They just formed a metal band to hide.
They did change a lot of players. They did change a lot of people in their team.
He's about to go to jail.
Yeah, their band.
Well, guess what? I'm a Jake Paul fan.
Nah, so dude,
what if he had sex with that body hanging? Just music
on YouTube, and he's like, "Guys, isn't this funny?"
Was it a woman or a man?
Frank,
was it a
she's
woman
dead.
Or a man?
I don't know.
Well, if it was a man, he's like, "Look at his small Asian cock,"
just flicking it around.
The woman, it's like, "Look at their small Asian pussy."
He's like, "I gotta somehow get away from that small Asian cock comment by boxing people," and then people will just forget about it, and they'll be like, "Oh, he's a boxer, dude."
What an
idiot!
Yeah, what the fuck? I remember when that. I mean, I guess like when it happened,
everyone was mad.
I know, but like even when it happened, I still didn't. I wasn't like, oh, I need to like dive into this. And I just was like, I heard about it, and I was like, fucking idiot. I don't even think I saw the video.
No, yeah.
Because he just like, did he do like this? Did he do like a selfie?
I think he did very like juvenile, like kid, like.
And then his fans like,
people died here. You know, stupid shit.
I'm gonna do that.
Let's do it next. Everything people get mad about, let's just do it right after they do it.
Yeah.
and see if anyone.
This is what no. This is what you do. You just do it to a
We're just
racist
trying to get
white
our name.
guy.
We're trying to get our name
and
out
you're
there.
good.
Though. What? Do it to.
If you do it, if we hang a racist white guy in that forest and then go, then all the liberals.
He's wearing a Trump shirt.
All the liberals will go. Well, I mean, at least it was like a white guy who's dead.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, yeah, we're white too.
But I'm saying we should do these dumb things also just to get some publicity because nobody knows about us.
Yeah. We'll start murdering people. We're the two murderers that have a podcast.
We did it. Does anyone care? Somebody
care. You're both going to jail.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
You're both going to jail. Okay,
What?
well, can we record in jail? No. Shit.
What?
Please?
It's a very cheap setup. It'd be all right. We
Just-
can figure it out.
Stop at my house.
We just need an extension cord.
Yeah, you're just like, go to my house, bring it. Jordan's crying, and you're like, you're like only worried about the pot. Like, get the stuff. Chris, you killed somebody.
Chris.
Get the fucking stuff.
When did you do it? We were hanging out that night. I need you to speak for me. Get me out of this.
Oh man.
You have on footage. You actually said it. You said you killed
Jen
people.
was telling me about she works at a hospital. She was telling me like about a story of her coworker. So like, she's not a nurse. So like, if they have to do anything that doesn't involve like their job, they have to call the nurse. And like one of the guys was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. So like, you're supposed to call the nurse.
Yeah.
But like one of the girls that she like works with was like, oh, whatever, and like took like one of those like urinal like things. Right.
Jugs.
Yeah. And then, like, went to like put it down there for him, like, and like Jen was like, yeah, she told me she just couldn't see his penis, and so she just like stuck it down there. Was like, I hope it's by his penis because he's just so fat.
Yeah.
And then she said, yeah. Then I heard nurses talking about like, yeah, like one time we had to like 1, 2, 3, and they like pushed in on a guy's like fat, and his dick just went. Bink. She's like telling me the story, and I'm dying. And I was like, these are the stories you have to like tell when people are around.
Yeah.
She's like, what? Yeah, but then what if nobody laughs? I was like, dude, people are gonna laugh.
Nah,
at that. I'm
people
dying.
will
I'm
dude,
dying.
A penis going ding.
Yeah, that's what she was just telling me. I was
Everyone
like, I'm
laughs.
dying right now.
Yeah.
Like this would kill.
Everyone laughs.
I was like, dude, I'm just picturing this giant obese man with a tiny ass dick. That's me.
Just kidding. It's me in a couple of years.
What if you just have sex with a girl? Like, push it in, and it's just bing, bing, and just like pops
He's
out.
like, you go.
Yeah. Dude, how do you like jack off if you're that fat?
You just flat out don't.
Oh. Why not?
I don't think you can.
Explain it.
Tell me about wieners and that.
Fat people that are morbidly obese. How do you jack off?
Yeah, my 600-pound wife or whatever that
You know
show
what
is.
sucks?
Call in.
Well, I don't know. Does a fat man's dick gets engulfed in his fat? What about like a pussy? Does it like become bigger?
Well, I just think some women probably, if they're like the same thing with a 600
Fuck it.
or like 800 whatever pounds or whatever, these people they can't even like reach anything.
Yeah.
Their arms are stuck
Imagine how
over here.
disgusting it is. Not cleaned.
Someone just comes in and cleans the flaps like a whale. People don't clean whales, do they? I don't know. Maybe it's SeaWorld. We don't.
Well,
clean
whales
them
don't have
here.
flaps. I think they're just nice, smooth, gigantic.
Hey, Chris. Don't know if you saw a whale before.
Yeah, have you ever seen a whale?
Don't have flaps. I mean, they have fins, but those aren't called flaps.
Yeah.
Those are fins. Dude, speaking of
People
animals,
aren't supposed to be the size of whales.
I watched. I was
You
just
washed?
bored. I washed a couple
what?
animals.
I washed my cat while I showered.
My neighbor has an
with
outdoor
my
cat,
pits.
and I caught it. And then I was like, I'm gonna wash this thing. It stinks. And that's why I got claws over my face. And I had to shave my head. I had surgery because the cat injected feline.
The cat ejaculated.
Whatever. I almost said feline alcohol syndrome. That's what I have. If anyone was wondering.
Yeah, my cat got pregnant, so I just got her wasted because I wanted to see what cats with fetal alcohol syndrome would look like.
Yeah. No, so there's this show called Our Planet on Netflix. And you know how like they have some of those streaming services, they have like Earth or whatever, and you can watch like it's just like good
Our
shots.
Planet. It's just a racist show. It's just white people going, "This is our fucking planet."
Yeah, who runs the best country
and it's just like imagining like going through each country, just like this is what it'd be like if we murdered every fucking Chinese person in China. I'm like just going through.
It would be a different take. It's like our planet shows a frog on a leaf, and you're like, oh, this is interesting. And you start it, and then it's just basically just going through all the horrible. It's like at one point Rome killed all these other people, and at one Mongolians they've just killed everybody. It was all just, our planet is full of death. Everyone kills each other. But so I'm watching and put some stuff down here. It's a new series. What the fuck? Oh yeah. It explicitly shows how every ecosystem and like the highlights of the changes and everything being threatened by climate change. And so that's not what it looks like at first. And I never read the fucking box. I just who reads?
I don't know how to read. You gotta tell me.
Come on. So I just turned it on. I was like, whatever. I'm playing a game. I just needed something on, basically like background noise. I was sick of like all the shows and bullshit we had on.
What about a movie?
Yeah, so I just threw this thing on, playing a game. I'm like kind of paying attention. Sometimes there's just something interesting. I'm like, wow, that bird's eating out of that plant. That's really cool. And then the bee takes honey and takes it over here, and then it makes the thing grow, and then another bee comes up behind its ass. And, it was funny, dude. At one point there was these little birds, and during their mating season, I'm laughing at the fact that I'm talking about animals a bunch because I talked about squirrels mating and shit the other day or the other pod. But so like these birds, dude, they're hopping around, and I'm like, I don't know. The female one's sitting there, and then there's 3 males, and this is like almost a choreographed dance they do. They're all hopping around each other, but they're all facing the same way on this one little branch. Females sitting there like, I'm waiting. Whoever's the best hopper can fuck me, and they're just doing that hop thing. And,
I can hop.
And then once they're done, one kind of walks up and it goes, and then that flies away. Another one comes up and it's like basically like no, and then yeah, and then this one dude hops on its back. They like kind of look at each other. They're like both excited, and then one kind of hops on its back, like it was banging it, and it's like it's just one pump. It's just like. And then it flies off, and then and then the commentator is like,
and they just fucked,
and that's how our planet is being. Climate change is killing all these birds,
and that's why this bird is a bitch because it only lasted 1 millisecond. Some guy was like, "That's how long I last, right, honey?" And she's like, "Yeah."
It was just, I was like, I didn't know they were gonna focus on something like that. But dude, it gets worse. So like, well, that was just a goofy thing. But they were showing how the Arctic is like warming twice as fast as any other part of the world. The Arctic is like losing. So like usually in the summer, at this one part where there's like all these walruses, there's usually like a lot of ice, for the longest time. But now in this part of the summer, there just isn't really any ice by this island where all these walruses are at. So usually they're safe because they're on top of ice. So what eats them is like polar bears, but there's usually enough ice where they can hide and get around. And then also they can be eaten by other things like
whales.
In the water. So they just hop out and kind of hang out in the ice. But all this ice is gone. So they just have like this big land. It looks like a landfill of walruses, and they're fighting for space on this little island. They showed the shot. I couldn't believe it. And they said some years is worse than others, but over time it's been progressively getting worse. And so, like I said, I didn't know going in that this was going to be like a big climate change thing. And I was like, God. And then I'm like, I just wanted to like hear some interesting facts about animals.
Nope. And
they're like, all the walrus are dying.
About to die.
But there were so many, I'm like, looks like they could lose some.
Yeah, there's too many of you.
Their point is like, it needs more ice to make them survive. I'm like, there's plenty of them. I think they're gonna be all right.
Why don't you go down there with a freeze gun?
Yeah, dude, didn't think of that. The freeze gun.
I can make ice cubes in my fridge.
Get Arnold Schwarzenegger from. Whoop, almost said it. You should get Arnold from.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. What?
Schwarzenegger. Shit.
Oh no.
Now I gotta edit. No. So like, the point is that they're all on top of each other. They're like So every now and
So
then,
once in a while they're like, man, we'll just fuck.
or every now and then they piss each other off, and like there's like a stampede that gets created because they all have those tusks. They'll stab each other. So some of them will die that way. And they're showing you like in slow motion. I'm trying to play a game, and I'm like, just the same as Roadkill caught on tape on basketball. I'm going, they're showing walrus slowly stabbing each other, and I'm like, what the hell? And then that gets even more worse. So like they're on that island, and it forces them to go to this other part that kind of has this cliff. And they said this is one of the. Because I looked it up because they made it seem like this happens all the time. I looked it up. It only happens. It's happened a couple times. It's not an every summer occurrence that all these walruses are doing this. But what this is there's this big cliff. So walrus are made to live on like sheets of ice and then be in the water. So they can sense each other. They have horrible eyesight, horrible senses outside of the water. But since they're always on ice and their senses would be like, oh, my buddy John's underneath. Then they would plop in because they could sense that their buddy John was underneath the water, so they pop in. So that's like a normal thing of theirs with their senses. So they can't see shit. They can't hide anywhere from polar bears. So they're forced to go on top of this cliff to get away from, prey. Right? And predators, they're prey.
The predator.
They're getting away
Arnold
from
Schwarzenegger.
They're getting away from what Arnold Schwarzenegger would be saving them from again. He's trying to save them in two different ways. So then they're up there and they start showing that. So I already did and they're stabbing each other, playing the game, and then showing them they're like the walrus eyesight is very poor, and but they can sense each other, blah, blah, blah. And so they know that their buddies down below are ready to go off now, and they're gonna migrate west or whatever. And then so many walrus are like lined up on this cliff, and they're just like. And they just slowly, one by one, falling off, smacking rocks, and hitting, and dying, and that's all because of like the ice change. And I'm just going, what the fuck?
Some guys down there, I'm gonna get all the blubber.
Yeah, but there were so many of them. They're all right. And evolution, maybe they'll be a better eyesight.
Maybe they'll start getting apartments. Maybe they'll move to New York. And start maybe they'll move to California.
Maybe someone will build them some buildings. Give them little clipboards and ties. And give them jobs. But Jordan's going to bed.
Going to Dunkin' Donuts and there's walruses working.
I had that on. Jordan's going to bed. She's upstairs, and I'm just starting to go because it's just so crazy. I'm like yelling upstairs to her. Oh, the walrus! They're jumping off the cliff. They're committing suicide. She's like, why are you telling me this? I just couldn't live with the sadness alone.
Yeah, so you have to be sad with me.
Have to be sad with everybody.
Dude. Well, we're starting a new fund. Help walruses get jobs and move out of the Arctic so they can survive.
Yeah. There's plenty of, it gets really cold in some other states.
Yeah,
Greenland.
They can come here in the winter.
Put them over there. They can be accountants in Greenland.
Dude, they can live in just everyone that has like a spare freezer. Just put a walrus in it. Right. So they sleep in the freezer and then they go to their job. And they have to pay you rent. And the grocery bill, because I'm sure you have to buy them. What do they eat? Like food, penguins or fish?
Yeah, dude, they fish like it's so crazy. They look so like they can flop over here, and then they just go. Put their head in there, and then they got something.
Let's have a fish. Oh, I'm the best fisherman.
Like the fish is waiting there. Oh yeah. So here's a more positive conclusion to that stuff. So
the walruses, they bought their own ship.
They all got glasses.
They got their own eyes. They all got contacts, and they are now living on a cruise ship.
They got glasses. Jesus came back on Easter, and he's a carpenter, so he helped them build some stuff.
He built them an
ark.
Like Noah.
Noah's cock.
He took Noah's design, and he was like, I'm going to improve on this, because I'm Jesus.
Jesus, I'm better. Okay.
I'm better than you, bitch.
I read...
wasn't good at, like, metalworking. Like, I'm a welder.
They just didn't know what metal was back then?
No. No,
wrong.
Apparently you're the Lord.
Oh, your
You don't know
God?
what metal is?
Dude, Jesus knows about Slayer. Dead in it, circle pits.
Yeah, bro.
No, so I read in Live Science that Alaskan humans, whatever those are called, Alaskans, they have made efforts
Alaskan
to
humans.
reduce the overhead plains, so like those cliffs and shit. Like they've made them more of like these hills where they can go up and they're not just flatly falling and dying and stuff. So it's that our planet thing is like, no, we want you to care about climate. So
Yeah.
they're just going hard with the sadness. But it's like, I looked it up and I'm like, people care. There's organizations that are making
People
like,
care.
there's
man.
coastal management that
Yeah,
were
but they need all these
the natives
people,
and
these
stuff.
other people to care. All these QAnon people. They care about the kids.
Yeah, they care about
They only care about white kids though.
yeah, they only care about their little
Wait,
little
who's being
Timmy.
raped?
Is it little Timmy?
Is it Mexican? I don't care.
Someone fucking with kid Timmy
If
again?
someone's fucking Pablo, I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then some other interesting thing I heard about. You know what I think is it narwhals or norwals? It's like a whale, norwhales, or something.
Norwegian.
It's like the
Norwegian people.
It's like the unicorn of the sea, the one with
Norway?
like the whale with the crazy unicorn thing, and it's pretty much what they made unicorns off of. They're like,
Nice.
that looks cool. It'd be better on a
Like,
horse.
cool. Yeah,
That'd
let's
fuck
make
me.
a horse one.
Like a horse one that's got
Let's
rainbow
pretend
colors.
it fucked a
and fucks me.
horse. John, why do you always talk about fucking horses?
Dude, have
I
you
don't
seen
know.
that video? The guy was having a good time.
You mean the one where the guy
He died, but
He was having a
right
good
before
time.
that, he was. That's how you want to go out. You want to go out on
being
top.
fucked. Ugh. Well,
No, but that unicorn thing, that's a fucking tooth. For some reason, they all just
I
have.
think
like,
you need to go to the dentist.
They all have a fucked up tooth that grows through their goddamn skull.
I
Or
have a
whatever.
tooth going through my head. my head tooth has a cavity.
Somebody who's obsessed with that whale and like the idea of unicorns, they drink a lot and try to get their kid to have that thing. The tooth over here.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
You would just die. It just goes through your brain.
They'd probably go some goofy science way and try to get a kid made in a lab or something.
Lab kid.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Snapped my ankle.
Oh yeah.
You watch anything good this week to like recommend or anything?
No, I don't think so.
What did I? Had some.
I don't know what I watched. I'm all out of sorts.
Oh,
That's something on mine, but I already forgot about
I listened to Eddie Murphy on Mark Maron's podcast. That was cool because
it. Oh,
Eddie Murphy. It was funny hearing about, or just interesting hearing about. There wasn't like comedy clubs and shit. Like he started doing comedy at like 15, 16, but like there'd be a band.
yeah.
It'd be just like a weird mix of shit, and it's just really interesting because now any dipshit can go to open mics and they got it all over the world.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And to be as good as he was,
It's crazy to do it at 15
doing
or
artistic
16.
stare-offs.
15 or 16.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because Chappelle did that too.
I was too busy getting molested.
I was
Just kidding.
rollerblading, dude.
I was never molested.
I was hitting handrails.
Unless I wasn't, I don't remember it. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like,
I was playing Halo, dude.
what if I'm... Oh, yeah, dude.
Dude,
Halo's sweet.
I want to listen to the Halo 2 and Halo
Sweet.
1 theme songs for the rest of my life.
A piece of shit. Go outside.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Clean your room.
Clean your ass. Clean your ass.
Use
Suck on your ass.
deodorant. Stinky fuck.
You stinky fucking bitch.
Halo. You're going to hell.
Dude.
Gay guys
Dude.
go
Hey,
to
mate.
heaven.
Hey man, shit man, you know man, I don't know about that man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Oh, when's the last time you seen Waiting, the movie? The Restaurante.
It's been a long time.
Jordan and I just watched it. And so, the main part of the movie is like that nut game they do where they show each other's nuts.
Oh yeah.
Bat wings or they're bent
The brain.
over. brain, and all this stuff. And I just thought, what if I was watching it and I was like, oh, it would be really fun if they had a gay character in the restaurant. Like they have all these other people in the restaurant. They don't have any gay dudes, and they're sitting the whole movie, man. If someone's doing like bat wings, and they're like waiting behind a door basically, and you're the cook and you're gonna go cook, so they know you're coming through and they're holding their nuts out, and then you come through and then they're like, ha, fag, or they go, ha, you're gay, whatever. That's like the game that they do, and so it's crazy. It was made in 2005, and like
the gay guy's like,
if that happened now,
I'm sucking your balls.
So because we know it's a fucking dumb movie. We know it's a dumb movie, but like if that movie tried to come out now, I mean, definitely there'd be some protesters. There'd be some people.
I protest.
Yeah, and I just thought
the gay guy would just be like, is someone showing their balls in here?
Ooh, and they're like, God damn it, we got fucking. I don't want to say Bruce.
We got gay
Bruce.
Henry over here.
Gay Henry. There's a straight Henry and a gay Henry. No, I thought it would be fun to have that, like this gay dude that works at the restaurant. They're playing that game and he's always just like, he shakes his head. He's like over it, he's above it. He's like, I mean, what the fuck?
I'm reporting you to corporate.
No, he's just like,
everyone goes to jail.
Yeah. That's over. The 2021 version of Waiting. It ends in 22 minutes. And but it'd be fun if he always looked like he didn't care. They all knew he didn't care. We're just playing around. Gay Henry's not into it. And then, near the end of the movie, he would be the one that gets everybody really good. But so I had this thought in the middle of the movie.
He gets everybody. He's like, I drugged and raped all of you. And I'm just like,
that's why all of your asses hurt.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Reach under your ass. There's a little butt plug with the initials HJ on it for Henry Jacobson.
Henry Jacobson.
And
GHJ. Gay Henry Jacobson.
Yeah. But then, so I had that thought during the movie, but then I forgot because I haven't seen it in a while. That's what the new guy does. The new guy in the movie, who's like new waiter. He's always right by. He's always right in the back pocket of Ryan Reynolds as he's teaching him how to work at a fucking restaurant.
Hey, I'm in your back pocket.
That's what they say to like NFL dudes. They're like,
he's in
rookies,
my back, dude.
like
Get in my
rookies.
back pocket and then keep going around to my cock and jack it off.
Yeah, see what?
Like, what? I'm
fuck?
just trying to learn.
No, he told me.
I'm just trying to learn the position.
Yeah, I'm a rookie and I should just be in your back pocket, to see how you're doing.
You also have to jack my
work
dick
ethic
off.
and stuff. He's like, yeah, but when the lights go out.
Oh no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay either.
Not gay either, dude. This is just how it happens. Stop
Yeah.
fucking being weird.
Yeah.
What?
What the hell?
But yeah, so I thought that would be a funny thing, but then I'm like, oh, that's what Sweets does. The guy from Bones. That's the actor. I don't know his name.
Oh yeah.
But Sweets from Bones, he does it in Waiting. He ends up doing the thing. He's like, yeah, and he gets everybody. I don't know. With his nuts, with the nut game.
Hey. Like whoa.
Nowadays, people just send pictures of each other's balls. To each other.
Nowadays. Yeah.
Oh yeah, then they kick you in the ass.
Yeah.
So it's how for a while people did the Smirnoff thing where it'd be like, hey man, look in your backpack. And then you're like, I think like a mouse went in there. And then you'd open your backpack and it'd be a Smirnoff. 4 people would come out of the back room. Oh, you gotta fucking chug it.
It's a guy just performing surgery and he cuts the guy open and there's just a Smirnoff inside the
you
guy.
guys.
And the guy just the guy wakes up, got you, and then he dies.
The guy wakes up and says that.
Yeah. Dude, got you, fucking idiot. You have to chug.
I wonder if anyone said that before. I like that. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
You're a funny guy. Or he's like, hey man, wanna fuck my ass? And then there's just a Smirnoff bottle sticking out of his ass.
I can't get my dick in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reach your hand in there.
Yeah, reach your hand in it.
Oh, there's something in there. Hey, pull it out. Dude, got you.
Got it, and it's covered in shit.
And it's covered in shit.
Oh, throwing up as he's trying to chug a Smirnoff. Yeah, so it's the Smirnoff game. So what came first, chicken or the egg? Waiting came first.
What came first? My dad or my mom?
My dad, 1963.
My dad, that's how I was born.
Yeah, because if Mom came first, then it would have been.
It's over.
They might have been done. She'd been like, not into it.
Yeah, I'm over this. You can go lay down.
Does anyone have that happen? Yeah.
Ugh. That's the worst.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of over it too. I'm like,
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go sex with a man now.
yeah.
I'm gonna go.
That's what gets me real hard.
I'm gonna go jack off on one of the cats.
Buddy's the soft one.
Buddy's covered in cum 'cause he's a soft one.
Trying to see what I wrote down here. Oh yeah, Dane Cook is in it. It's tribal all over his neck.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Oh
yeah, Ryan Reynolds in the movie. He starts the movie off. He's hitting on the 17-year-old hostess.
Oh yeah.
And I know Ryan Reynolds is like whatever the age he is now, so I don't know how old he was then, but still he's like older. And he's like, oh, 2 weeks. He's just sitting there like right in front of her, going, I can't wait to fuck you when you turn 18 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird, but she's like, yeah, like she's just all about it. She tries to fuck him at a party, and yeah, it's like a week and a half or 2 weeks left, and he's like, no, I can't. And so I'm sure people have seen that movie during that time and were like, Ryan, good guy.
Yeah, what a great guy.
Great guy. He's gonna wait 2 weeks.
That movie promotes grooming. Cancel it.
I mean, that's what grooming is in a way, part of it. Now, some people hear grooming and think like you've been talking to this person since they were 13.
You got an out of control bush.
Yeah. Some people hear grooming, talking about shaving your head.
Some people are grooming and they think it's a haircut. No.
No.
It's talking to a 7-year-old.
And that's why they say grooming, because they're so young. You gotta groom their.
I groomed my own daughter since she was born. She's like 5 months.
Oh my God! Really?
She's 5 months old, and you're like,
I've been grooming her since she's born.
17 years and 7 months. You're gonna fuck Dad.
Like 17 years and 7 months.
For her 3-year-old birthday. There's a picture of my dick.
Get ready for that in 16 years or something. Well, I can't do math anymore.
Get ready for that in, what, 15 years?
15 years.
The whole time she's like, then when she's old enough to like realize, she's like, Dad, I'm not gonna fuck you. You're disgusting.
Yeah.
She just thinks her dad's like. Dude, and then when she turns 18, she drugs him and then rapes him with a strap on, and then he's like, what the hell? And then she's like, I'm posting this online and everyone's gonna think you're gay. And she's like, ah!
That's what Epstein did with all the politicians, dude. He's got footage of all of them fucking kids.
Yeah. You do what I want.
Right now, Ghislaine's still alive because she's making moves. She's like, you fuck
kid.
Cuomo, you better get on your shit.
Good thing QAnon's here.
Yeah.
Have they saved a kid yet? Have they actually physically saved a kid yet?
Have they saved a kid
We're
yet?
talking about it. Okay.
Yeah, there's like I don't know. We want to save the kids, but then but we don't want health care for any kid, or we don't want anyone to be prevent having a poor kid by having an abortion.
Homeless kids.
You don't want to help homeless kids. You don't want to help orphans. You don't want to orphan Annie.
Just the sex trafficking kids.
Just the sex trafficking kids. I don't think I told you this. Excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry.
I'm stupid.
But I'm drinking what I thought was a coffee, but it's just half of it's vanilla.
Milk.
It's just a milk vanilla.
Would you like milk vanilla?
Would you like a tiny bit of coffee in your milk vanilla? Kevin
Would you
James.
like to milk my dog?
Would you like to milk my
in your coffee cup?
Basically what they did. That's how thick it is. Kevin James is going to play Saints head coach Sean Payton in an upcoming Happy Madison movie.
Walter Payton.
Yeah. Happy Madison, like Adam Sandler's thing. Kevin James.
Is this like a serious movie?
Not kidding. Well, no, I think it's
like a comedy.
It's going to be sort of fun or whatever. So,
kill every player on the other team. Like what?
They did the bounty thing.
I know.
So,
like, how do you like make that like a?
They were going to avoid that, I think, without a doubt. They might slide in one kind of lighthearted joke about it. But
it's supposed to be his year off.
You got it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that at first. I had to let them keep talking when I heard
I
about it.
forgot you already said that before.
Oh, I did?
I already knew.
Ah, shit. So, yeah.
And then, so they're just gonna be like him, like at a grocery store, and they're like, "Oh, you're
It's
not
his
coaching,"
year
and
off
he's just
because of Bountygate.
yeah.
It's his year off of football. They suspend him. Dude, I told Jordan this because she.
He just walks around. He's just giving black people money to just tackle
to,
other black
to
people.
break Brett Favre's leg and twist people's necks and ankles and arms. And
So he was like all 100% a part of that,
he was like not.
or he just didn't like he
They-
knew
they
about it. And
They
he was
tried
like,
to
"Ah."
act like he knew of some stuff, and it was really like Greg Williams, who's still been coaching. But that guy still keeps getting gigs, and he's often coaching the worst team in the league. He's coaching like Jets and Browns when they were really bad.
Who is paying these guys?
I think probably money funneled through the team and shit, but it was a big thing.
Because like it's not like a coach can be like, well, I'm just gonna pull aside my own money.
They have draft picks stripped from them, so clearly people knew about this stuff.
Yeah.
Roman Harper, the guy we're talking about, he was one that made a lot of money from just near ruining guys' careers. Going for the low ankle, going for that knee, going for brains, not caring about a look. They're like
zombie players.
So it's just funny that they're gonna. I mean, Kevin James. First off, Adam Sandler needs to widen his group of friends because nobody looks like Sean Payton.
Dude,
Bring
Jason Statham should be Sean Payton.
That'd be funny. All right.
I'm a transporter now that I'm not playing. That I'm not coaching the Saints.
I transported myself over here. I can't.
So what are you doing? What are you doing for? You're as everyone knows, you're suspended for a year. Well, I'm a transporter.
He's coaching.
I have rules.
I think he's coaching his son's football team or something like that.
I'm coaching little kids to transport things.
Yeah. This NFL writer was like, he had to choose, Rob Schneider, David Spade, or Kevin James.
Yeah.
And that's who he went with. I mean, but he sometimes he brings on like some new comedians and stuff. Like,
name 100,
name 1,000 right now. But just bring along
my penis and put it in my butt.
Rogan on his pod.
The Rogue.
He was rambling about in the beginning of quarantine, everything being so like kind of frightening and scary in the beginning.
I'm scared,
zombie. And so
Rogan sucks.
He was saying
that's my favorite theme of this podcast.
Yeah, that episode randomly gets like a chunk of views, and I think it's because someone's like, "What? Like I want to know what happened, whatever." But I'm sure they start it. We don't talk about Rogan the first couple of minutes, and they're going, "These guys suck."
Yeah, these guys are fucking trash. And your
Why don't they clip the Rogan sucks part?
Your brother just listened to that episode 17 times, and he's just so pissed.
Didn't even listen to it. He downvoted it on YouTube and then screenshotted that to me and said like "fuck you guys" or something. I'm like, you don't even know.
I want to hang out with him and then
talking shit about him in it.
Yeah, I want to make.
If he knew, he would respond to that.
Dude, I want to hang out with him. Next time I ever am hanging out with him, I'm gonna just find a way to just steer to Rogan and be like, Rogan's an idiot. Like Rogan kind of sucks.
Yeah,
that'd be sweet.
Did I mention
that my penis was removed?
Did I mention we all got our dicks removed? Whiskey Ginger just had a clip about that. Him and Jeff Garland talk about.
Oh yeah.
They just start riffing about having their dicks removed.
Oh really?
Yeah. And so it's just you just brought it up, and I'm like, this is kind of like what they did.
So we're allowed to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about shit. But no, Rogan. Cory's got a little cup of tea.
Mommy, the beast keeps filling me with cum.
He's got the little pot from.
The beast just jacks
Beauty
off
and the
into
Beast.
that little cup all the time.
Get
little
it again. It's pouring
and
over.
And he just drink his own cum. The beast just loves drinking his own cum.
Dude, he's got a fucking beer can. If anyone's got a beer can.
Yeah, dude. Just so many
He's
spurts.
got a fucking Yeti can.
So many spurts. How many referring to him as contractions?
Yeah, how many contractions do you guys have? Somebody comment if you made it this far. Just put a number. Just put 4. How many contractions you got?
How many did Tom say?
Tom Segura said he'd have 17, 18.
That's so much. He's just covering Christine.
If I had that many contractions,
just covering Christine.
I mean, the 14 of them would be nothing.
Yeah, but what if it's all
twitching.
something and you're just going, I can't stop!
Maybe, dude, remember we had an apartment and there was a guy living above us.
Man.
A lady.
Yeah.
Kind of a hot chick living above us. And one day she's getting plowed. She's getting murdered.
I mean, I think she was plowing.
No. Yeah, dude. It sounded like she was doing the work. He was up there. And I'm like, dude, is he coming for 18 minutes?
She was probably just like this.
Dude, that's what we did. We were like, she's got to be sitting there. We just never heard her.
Dude, we should have went up there and just like,
I got next. She apparently didn't.
I want to come.
Yeah. I'm next. We was up there with Goldberg WCW t-shirts. Who's next?
I would have been fun if we were like, fun night last night?
Should have. We suck.
I know.
Should open the window. Just
open the window. Shut the hell up. I think I had to work in the morning. I'm just laying there like, this is the worst, dude.
Right above you.
Yeah. I had to put like headphones in. I was like, I'm just listening to music. She's probably like, shut the fuck up.
I don't know how you keep fucking a dude. Because I don't know any dudes that are doing that. All the guys I'm fucking, they're quiet.
Yeah.
They
all
shut
the guys
up.
I fuck, I'm like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I put a shirt in their mouth. And I go, fucking take it. And they go,
and they're crying because they're
put their face on the pillow.
It's not consensual.
None of my gay sex is consensual. Because it's all
me doing the R word. Rape? No, I'm having sex with retards.
Having sex with your little brother is
Picture like a dude.
Your brother's talked.
Mom! I think they like learn how to jack off. Mom, look, this feels good, look!
It has to be a point.
Something's happening!
It has to be a point that you live with that. You end up like, shit.
You just hear on the stairs, this feels good!
Looked it up, everyone does it.
Mom, there's tits.
Gotta get that computer away from me. God damn it, Bobby. His name's Bobby.
Huh. We're allowed to be named Bobby. They.
Yeah, you can call anyone they.
Yeah. Fuck you. I want that to be a pronoun, but I can't call anybody
Fuck they.
that.
Anyone could be they.
Fuck
they.
you, bitch.
Oh, hey, remember I talked about Hugh Jackson for a minute? Because he was scapegoating everybody.
Huge Jack Hoffman.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman, the former horrible Browns head coach. So Eddie George has become the new head coach of a college football team, Tennessee State. And I don't know if you knew this, but Deion Sanders did that. He's coaching Jackson State. It's like a lower level college. So they're trying to like flip these lower level colleges around. Turn it over. What's on the other side?
Turn it over. My ass.
Lots of bugs. If you've ever turned over a rock that's outside, got a bunch of bugs. And they're trying to flip it around, get rid of the bugs, and bring in some good guys. And so Eddie George, I don't think he'd done it yet. Done it? But
he ain't done
it yet. But apparently he's looking at Hugh Jackson to be the offensive coordinator. We never thought the guy would get another job because he's so terrible with the Browns. 0-16, 1-15, like fucking 2-13-1, or whatever the fuck he was. Like, I don't know.
Poor guy.
Horrible. But Dominic Rogers Cromartie, remember that dude? He 17 kids or whatever. He's
the one with the kids? I thought it was
Antonio
Cromartie.
You're right. I'm mixing my Cromarties.
Hey, how many Cromarties are in there? That sounds like a cool name.
Hey man, hold on a minute. I gotta give a call to Cromartie.
Sounds like a southern white guy. Where's Cromartie? No, Marty is.
Marty is. Yeah.
Marty Crow. That would be a racist white guy.
Jim Crow. Marty Crow.
Yeah.
Jim Crow laws, dude.
Marty
They're the ones
Crow's
that
gay.
fucked everybody.
My dick's fucking everybody.
But yeah, Rogers Cromartie, he's on the coaching staff. I just thought it was interesting.
We used to be players. We used to make a lot of money. Now we coach these college.
I think that's cool though. Dude's
That
doing
is
that
cool.
more rather than just they just leave.
Make an NCAA game,
they
not in 3 years.
Yes, they get jaded. A lot of players get jaded from the league, like pay or they thought they had more years in them and they're getting cut by everybody. And then a lot of guys are just pissed off. They're like, "Fuck that! What the fuck?" But the fuck. But I think it's cool going back, kind of like MMA dudes coaching, at gyms or doing commentating and stuff, just kind of giving back to the sport. Like, I don't know, some of these random dipshits that commentate, it's like you never played football, and so some of the shit that they're saying, you can watch, but you can only know so much, only being a viewer. So that's why when Tony Romo came out of nowhere, he was like, I played the last however many years. This coverage is this. They're going to shift that way. That's what's going to happen. And so he could call more things just because he was on the field.
Yeah.
So, like, he's just more knowledgeable. And someone like that who can convey that to a average audience helps.
Yeah.
So that helps.
I'm average.
Yeah. I'm an average
bitch.
Oh, I learned a thing about remember Allen Iverson's practice quote? We're talking about practice. People got mad at him because he's like, you missed a practice. So like
I thought that was
there's two things.
Oh, okay.
That you're thinking of Dennis Green, a head coach who got mad about a bunch of shit, and he ended up saying, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
That's that thing. He was just raging because they were terrible. But Allen Iverson was asked about practice because he missed a couple practices or whatever, leading up to some important playoff games or some important games, and then they lost the game, so they're like, were you in practice? Were you there? Blah blah blah. So it came out in some book that or maybe it's a documentary, and that like one of his like good buddies from like childhood or growing up
died from practice.
Yeah.
I can't practice. I'll die.
Yeah. He got shot and killed.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there like he missed a practice because of like that news, and then he like was with his family or whatever the hell. And so when these dumb reporting motherfuckers are like, "Hey y'all, you weren't there. What about that?" They look like the fucking white-faced Dave Chappelle guys. What can you tell us about the practice? He's like, talk about practice. And he's all pissed off. He's like, I just fucking scored 48 points, 11 assists, and
my boy just died.
Rebounds. Yeah, and you want me to fucking talk about practice? What the fuck are you talking about?
I have a shoe that everyone gets.
And we're talking about practice.
No, we're talking about practice. I remember a kid in middle school got one of those shoes.
Was it?
And it got scuffed. Like the first day he had them. And the next day he came in, he had new one. He's like, I got new ones. And they were like, I remember they were like $100 shoes. And shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're
12.
Your parents just bought those for you? My mom would have been like, oh well, guess they have a mark on them.
Yeah,
now.
my dad would have grabbed a little whiteout from his office desk and went, it's good.
Well, let me white out your cock because you're a bitch and no one needs to see it.
Yeah, take that off the board.
Take your cock off the board. I'm gayer than the gayest guy I've ever seen. I just fuck every guy in the world. And my dick gets hard when I see a guy, and soft when I see a girl. So I try to look at only guys every day. And I'm gay.
Gotta stay hard for my wife.
So I put a guy
So
on her.
I got a tattoo of a hot guy in her back. Her ass is tiny, kind of like a weird little guy. So that works.
But I might have to move to my son.
But a missionary, I can see your floppy tits.
I make her wear a shirt with a gay guy on it.
If she wants missionary. Hugh Jackson's gonna fuck the Georgia's team. Because he's terrible coaching.
Well, he was good enough to get a head coaching job at one point.
Let's just do 10 extra minutes. Just talking about
that.
just reviewing the pod.
Walruses die.
Walruses falling off of cliffs. On Christmas.
Does it happen on Christmas?
I don't know. It's just that's the song, the actual song.
I know
Kevin
that.
James is gonna pay you money to kill somebody.
Kevin James
is
fat,
killing families on Christmas.
and Sean Payton isn't really that fat.
He had one
doesn't
rough
make
year, but
sense.
he's not really fat. Ryan Reynolds is gonna fuck your young daughter in 2 weeks.
When she turns 18. I'm gonna fuck him in 2 weeks, man.
Climate change is kind of a hoax. I'm kidding.
They call me the stretchy strudel. They call me stretchy strudel.
I'm the big stretch man.
Stretch man.
Pretty much did an hour.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it depends if I take a minute or two off.
Why'd you take a minute or two off?
I don't know, because I think I started it and we weren't really started.
No, we started. I don't know.
Hey, man. It's like get the job done.
Get the job done?
Hey, if you guys have any, any ignorant friends who want to listen to an ignorant podcast, let them know. Yeah. This is the one.
This is the one among a lot of other ones.
Well, you know when some people are like, I'm not the one. You know, like, I'm not the one to fuck with. I'm not it.
You know when
we are it.
When Neo becomes the one?
We're the one.
That was us.
That's
we became
us.
the one in the Matrix.
When I jogged today, I had all my black pants on.
But someone went, Neo!
Yeah, sort of. And then I had my black windbreaker with the hood, and I had black sunglasses on.
And then the cops pulled you over, and they were like,
yeah.
Up, white guy!
No, the cops shot me.
Uh-huh.
They nicked my calf. And then I fell to the ground going, ah! They saw my white face, and they were like,
oh, shit.
They just flashed their lights, boop, boop, and then just kept going. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck?
And they're in the car. We almost severely fucked up.
And then there's a couple black dudes down my street. They were just like, on their porch, laughing. They're like, can't wear can't wear hoods. White hoods. Whoa. Can't wear black hoodies in this neighborhood, idiot. We already know, we got 9 holes in our bodies. Now I got
50 Cent.
Kind of got one. It was 50 Cent 9? I'm talking too long, I can ramble for days, brother.
I'm the rambling.
Oh yeah, but Jordan called me. She goes,
"Whoa!" She called you with the N-word?
Yeah. But I came in like that.
Oh, you're a beep.
I came in like that, and Jordan was like, "You're not Chris. You're something else." She goes, "What are you from the Matrix?" And I was like, "I mean, you pretty much got it. I mean, I kind of look like Neo or the dudes that are chasing him.
Oh, the agents.
The agents.
The Asians.
That's what it sounded like you said to me. The Asians are chasing them. Come back. Throwing China stars.
Neo's like,
no, we gotta get this bomb off this.
We gotta get out of the Matrix.
Was that hard for him to do that? Because he was always like, kind of like dragging some words. But then the Matrix, they're like, no, you're like a robot almost. You need to just be like, this is what's happening right now.
You had to train.
You had to train. You had to act, finally. Alright, I'm done.
I'm done.
This show sucks. Love you guys.
See ya, bitch.